So this is the Book of Hours of Richard III. It was written in about 1420 in the City of London, and we know nothing about its ownership until Richard III takes ownership when he's king. So from 1483, he owns it until his death in 1485 at the Battle of Bosworth.
The Book of Hours, it's a medieval prayer book, and it was a prayer book that was mainly used by lay people, so not clergy, but was used by the ordinary lay folks of the church, but particularly people of high status tended to have a very beautiful version of that. And so Richard's book gave him ways to pray each day throughout the day, and also on very particular occasions. The thing that moved me hugely was seeing that on the calendar at the front of the book, on the date of his birthday, in his own hand, written the note that that was the date that Richard of Fotheringay was born.
If we look fairly early on into the calendar, we have what's believed to be in Richard's own handwriting the record of his birthday, which is the 2nd of October 1452 at Fotheringay. There are prayers added for Richard after he took ownership of it, and most famously probably Richard III's prayer, in which he prays for victory over his enemies and reconciliation. So I think it shows he was quite a devout person.
I was greatly privileged to be able to hold Richard III's Book of Hours. It felt very moving to me to be so connected to history, and actually felt very connected to him.
It's in its 16th century binding, one clasp missing. It was rebacked in the 19th or 20th century, and that's the spine we see today.
At Richard III's burial service, his remains will be reunited with his prayer book. It will travel with him to his place of reinterment. And every time I tell that story, I feel the hairs on the back of my neck rise as history 530 years ago with the present come together in this moment in Leicester Cathedral when the King is finally laid to rest. We also hope it'll be available in Leicester, probably in one of the museums in Leicester, free of charge for people to come and see it themselves. Usually it's locked away in Lambeth Palace Library and not available to the public, but people will be able to see it. And also part of our ongoing work of education and engagement, we hope that the Book of Hours will be digitalised and be available to people for further study and engagement with when schools and others come to visit us here.